Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Bridget Bjorlo. Happening right now, a public hearing underway in Middletown to discuss the proposed traffic changes on Route 9.
Fox 61's Sarah Sanchez joins us in the Breaking News Center with the latest on this. Sarah?
Well, the state wants to remove the traffic lights on Route 9 to improve traffic flow, saying the lights cause hundreds of backups and crashes in the area. The proposal includes a new off-ramp on the northbound side so drivers can get downtown or head over the Aragoni Bridge. But the plans are controversial for folks who drive it. Former council member Ed McKeon says he believes the plans are deeply flawed and raise environmental concerns.
The safety issue, the accidents that happen on the highway are just going to be transferred to this road right here because they're going to send 5,000 cars a day down this road. So the pollution, the noise, and the accidents are going to happen on city streets as opposed to the highway.
The Department of Transportation hosted several presentations in recent weeks, but did not accept an invitation to attend tonight's meeting. The DOT says this is due to pre-existing conflicts, though. We'll be monitoring the meeting throughout the night and we'll keep you updated. Bridget, Brent, back to you.
All right, Sarah, thank you. 6 people, including 2 children, are hurt after a house fire in Brookfield. And tonight we're learning this morning stormy weather is believed to be the cause.
The flames broke out shortly after a strong cell of thunderstorms rumbled across Fairfield County early this morning. And Fox 61's Matt Karen is in Brookfield to show us what happened.
Well, we want to stress that this is preliminary information, but it is believed that a lightning strike set this home ablaze just after 8:30 this morning. It happened here on Junction Road along Route 133. Brookfield Fire Chief Andrew Ellis sent us this picture of the home on fire. We did speak off camera with one of the owners who told us the sky was black when they heard a thunderous crack. This home is also a daycare, and the fire broke out as 2 kids were being cared for. Chief Ellis told us in total 2 adults and 2 children were rushed to the hospital for smoke inhalation, but they are expected to be okay. 2 firefighters were also hurt. One of them fell down a flight of stairs. The other hurt his hand. The fire was quickly brought under control, however, partly because the fire station, luckily just around the corner. They are a volunteer department, and this caused a second alarm, so Brookfield did get help from Danbury, New Milford, and Bethel. And now here's a look at what our Fox 61 Doppler radar looked like at the time the fire was reported. You can see the severity of this storm cell, which brought lots of rain, lightning, thunder, and even some hail. And while this home was damaged, it was mostly contained to the attic area. The Red Cross is assisting the homeowners who will be able to eventually move back in and reopen their daycare. Reporting in Brookfield, Matt Karen, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Matt, thank you. So, yeah, that's the way the day started out. Rainy with rumbles of thunder and lightning in some area. This was the scene in West Hartford as the rain came down, but it dried out this afternoon. As a matter of fact, it was beautiful when I arrived at work earlier this afternoon.
It started out beautiful, then the rain rolled in, now it's beautiful again. So what's going on here, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank? Are we done with the rain?
It will stay beautiful all day tomorrow. And for all intents and purposes, yes, there is a slight chance for a pop-up sprinkle or shower, but I think most of the state will stay dry tonight. And we are also turning less humid. So we've got some pleasant changes as we head throughout the next 12 hours or so. But the warmth remains low 70s right now for the New Haven area. We're right around the 80-degree mark in Hartford. Here's a look at the storm reports from this morning's thunderstorms. You can see some damage around Danbury and also in eastern Connecticut. Plainfield, Sterling, Griswold, all looking at either hail or damage reports. But now this is what the radar looks like. We are doing much better. Temperatures right now are in the 70s to right around 80 degrees. It's the warmest in Windsor Locks. Notice our guidance is picking up on that chance for an isolated shower. I think most of the state will stay dry through tonight, but I did want to mention that chance. As we head towards the news at 11, we're looking at temperatures near 70 degrees. Overnight lows will be near 60 as we head towards daybreak, and it looks like a beauty tomorrow. Any early clouds break for sun, less humid, lots of sun with highs in the 80s across the state. Looks like we hang on to some of this warmth into the weekend. Your full forecast coming up.
Rachel, thank you. A Waterbury man faces animal cruelty charges after a pit bull was found dumped on the road. Back in April, Jose Sullivan told Wolcott police he was looking to get rid of a mother pit bull, claiming that she would not feed her pups. He's accused of selling the puppies, who were too young to be removed from their mother at the time. Sullivan told police he gave the dog, Maya, to a person called simply D, and said D must have been the one who abandoned the dog. A person familiar with the dog, though, saw her claimed as missing and told police Sullivan had dumped Maya to get rid of her, and that's how he makes his money.
We put out on Facebook and through the media, saying we were looking for someone who had dumped the dog, or we were looking for the little puppies. And someone came forward and identified where they got the puppy from. So we knew for a while who had given the puppies away. They were like 5 or 7 days old when they were given away. Their eyes weren't even open yet.
The mother and 5 of her 7 puppies are currently being cared for at the Wolcott Dog Pound. Police say more charges are expected. Sullivan was arraigned in court today and will appear in court next month on the condition that he not own any dogs.
A suspension given to Alex Jones' lawyer has been overturned. Connecticut attorney Norman Pattis was suspended last year for improperly giving Jones' other lawyers in Texas confidential documents. They contained the medical records of relatives of the victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Pattis defended Jones against a lawsuit from the victims' families that led to a $1.4 billion settlement against Jones for calling the shooting a hoax. Tomorrow marks 5 years since mother of 5 Jennifer Dulos disappeared. Dulos has not been seen since May 24, 2019, after dropping her kids off at school. She has now been declared legally dead, though detectives never found her body. Her estranged husband, Fotis Dulos, was charged with murder. He later died by suicide. His girlfriend, though, Michelle Traconis, has been found guilty on 6 charges, including conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with physical evidence. Jennifer's family releasing a statement tonight saying, quote, 5 years is not a milestone, but a marker of cumulative loss and longing. Life goes on, yet grief goes on alongside it. A shadow, a current, a presence of absence. We hold fast in our belief that Jennifer's body will be found.
In Waterbury tonight, a teen has been charged after allegedly hitting 2 police cruisers with a stolen car. Police attempted to stop the car, reportedly stolen out of Stamford yesterday in the area of Midfield Drive and Meriden Road. Police say the car did not stop, but accelerated instead, hitting the 2 cruisers, a Hyundai Elantra and a Honda CR-V. The 16-year-old driver was taken into custody. No officers were hurt. The driver of the CR-V was taken to a hospital with minor injuries.
A teen is facing charges tonight in connection to an attempted carjacking in Hamden that left an elderly man injured. Police say this happened near the All-Town Fresh gas station on Dixwell Avenue this morning. 3 suspects allegedly threw a man to the ground while trying to take his car. The man suffered minor injuries. Police say the suspects ran from the scene before officers got there. One of the suspects, a 15-year-old, was found a short time later. He was arrested. The other 2 suspects took off. If you know anything, call police.
Well, today, fallen Connecticut police officers were remembered during the annual police memorial ceremony. Officer Charles Hooper of New Haven Police and Detective Bobby Garten of Hartford Police were honored this year. Detective Garten was killed in September when his cruiser was hit by a driver blowing through a red light while speeding away from police.
Thank you all for being here to honor and remember those protectors that have made the ultimate sacrifice while guarding our communities. Each name on that monument memorializes the brave men and women who, with unwavering dedication, courageously stood on the front lines of their jurisdiction between good and evil and laid down their life to protect others. It is with both sorrow and pride that I will read one more Hartford name today, Detective Bobby Garten.
Now, Officer Hooper died back in 1892. He was New Haven's first African-American officer and earliest known line-of-duty death.
The Justice Department announcing today it has filed an antitrust lawsuit against Live Nation, the parent company of Ticketmaster. The DOJ is accusing the world's largest concert promoter and ticketing company of illegally maintaining a monopoly, stifling competition, and overcharging customers. 30 states joined in the legal challenge, including right here in Connecticut.
It's time to break them up.
Connecticut and several dozen states joining the legal fight against Ticketmaster and its parent company, Live Nation.
We have no choice. We have no effective consumer choice. There is no competition in the marketplace.
The Justice Department filing an antitrust lawsuit Thursday alleging an abuse of industry dominance. Connecticut Attorney General William Tong says the world's largest concert promoter and ticketing company owns 80% of the market, leaving little room for competition and inflating prices beyond what the average American family can afford.
To go watch a concert this summer, if you have teenagers like I do, hundreds of dollars. I have 3 kids, right? With food and parking and tickets, I don't have several grand for a night out at the Meadowlands. Who does?
The company's monopoly power came under scrutiny during the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, a stressful time for fans when the Ticketmaster site, the only place selling seats for the show, kept crashing.
I almost missed class in the afternoon because I was sitting on Ticketmaster for hours.
But once fans got past the hassle, they saw the shocking price tags.
I've never spent that much on concert tickets, and then you add all the fees and it was like outrageous.
And it's not just the live music scene that's at Ticketmaster's mercy. Also sporting events and other venues under contract with Ticketmaster. Places like the Xfinity Oakdale Theater in Wallingford and the Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater in Bridgeport, explaining those sky-high hidden fees.
Ticketmaster ought to look in the mirror, as I've urged, and say, I'm the problem, it's me.
The massive legal action could require Live Nation to make changes to its practices and even undo its merger with Ticketmaster to return power back to the consumer.
Because they don't care. They're literally too big to care.
Live Nation called the DOJ's allegations baseless, adding it does not run a monopoly on the industry and that the artists and team set ticket prices rather than the company itself.